Well, I'm on the Stoop with the one and only Rob Lowe. I'm filling in for Nessa, and I'm so glad. I love her, but I'm glad she couldn't be here today.
We're gonna have fun.
How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Good. You know, I am such a fan of your work, and I gotta talk about, and we were talking before we started shooting, about 911. And you're doing the spin-off show. Tell us about it.
It's called 911 Lone Star.
This crew can't just be good. You gotta be the best.
I play Captain Owen Strand. He's originally a New York firefighter, and he was in 9/11, survived it. The rest of his firehouse did not.
Ooh.
So when Austin has a tragedy like this, which happens in the very beginning episode, they ask him to come there and revive and reconstitute this firehouse that's gone through a tragedy, and so he relocates there, and it's really his journey.
How did you train to be a firefighter? Because I'm going through I'm trying to say, has he played a firefighter before?
No. And this is the you know the EGOT, the Emmy, the Golden Globe, the Tony. You want to work your way through those. I want to work my way through playing every iteration of the Village People. So I am. This is the first of that.
Okay.
Firefighter is first up.
You're doing a one-man show. Stories I only tell my friends. Tell us about it.
When I thought maybe I had a book in me, and ended up I had 2 books.
Yeah.
I thought, I think I have a show. I think I could write a show that'd be really fun. They'd be like a peek behind the curtain of 40 years in Hollywood, emotional but really funny.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if anybody would care. I didn't know if I would like doing it. Turns out I'm 2 years into doing it, traveled the world with it. I've played Europe, I've played here, and it's so fun.
You won a Golden Globe for The West Wing. Do you remember that moment?
Oh, I do.
Do you?
Because it was, our show I think had only been on a half of a season.
Really? So it was
and
early.
It was the first award the show ever won.
Wow.
It's exciting. And I love the Globes because everyone there, it's movies and TV.
I know.
And there is alcohol involved.
I love that.
And people running to everybody's tables and catching up with people and taking selfies with people that
Why
they've
don't
been
they
obsessed
do the
with.
other shows like that?
They
Why
need
is-
to.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, the others get a little boring for me. But here's the little known fact. As an actor, I think I've been nominated 6 times and never won. So now when I golf, did I tell you what the Golden Globe shot is?
No.
It's a putt this big that I should have made. So if I miss it, I should have had it. Golden Globe.
Oh man, you say that every time. I
And a
love
Golden Globe
that.
shot. Should have made it. Should have had it.
Man.
The golfers in the room are laughing. They get it.
See, okay, clearly I'm not a golfer at all. But let's talk more Golden Globes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about The Grinder.
I love that got recognized.
Yeah.
I was so happy to get that nomination for The Grinder, and I loved The Grinder. And
I love that show so much.
I love that it's still, that people can still see it, and that's the great thing about television today. Everything's forever.
Yeah, and you were great in it.
Thank
I
you.
do have to say, it was just such a unique type of show, and you were brilliant in it. I do have to say.
It was, if you haven't seen it,
Go find it.
trust me.
Yes.
I don't care what it takes. Find him!
You might recognize Dean from
The Grinder.
Grinder.
Are you Grinder?
I was, once upon a time. What are you looking at? What's up there?
So for you going to award shows like the Golden Globes, do you get nervous? Do you write your speech ahead of time? Like, what's the prep like for you?
Listen, I've gone through it all. I've gone through, I know I'm gonna win and I don't. I've gone from, I have no chance of winning and I don't. So I've lost to the best of them.
Yes, you have.
But the thing that, I just don't think you're right. I don't know, but then you don't want to be up there and be one of those actors where you're like, ooh.
No.
Is there anything worse than the bad acceptance speech?
There's not.
It's really bad.
Well, losing, I would say.
Which is worse?
Yes.
Which is worse?
Okay.
A bad acceptance speech.
Which will be remembered
or,
forever.
Or the same acceptance speech from an actor who's won every single award leading up to that award, and they're still surprised.
Oh, yeah.
And Mike, you won every award
I know.
leading up to it.
Yeah.
Everybody knew you were.
You're right. You're right. But I can't imagine now that you're doing this whole stand-up thing. I mean, you're going to get up there and just,
One would hope.
You would.
One would hope, but that also presupposes that I actually win one of these things.
Hello,
someday.
911 Lone Star.
That's right. All right.
This
I'm
is
in.
it.
I'm ready.
This is it.
I'm ready.
You
I'm
better
down.
listen. You better write a good speech in
Yeah,
your
okay.
head.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
That was great. Thank you.
This is great.